Generative wholeness is adopting the dynamic capacities to originate, create, learn, and produce results in order to be sovereign. The freedom to express and choose personally and professionally from our authentic self. For a long time, we approached human development inside of organizations as the way for leaders to become more productive, effective, and to produce results that met goals on time and on budget. This is a very transactional approach, even to the point of using traditional personality assessments to figure out what were the derailers of a leader that if we could address would make them more effective. And we used the same measures of productivity, on time, on budget. Along the way, we figured out that the relationship between a boss and a subordinate was even more important. We measure this through employee satisfaction, job satisfaction, employee engagement. A company called Gallup got us to start paying attention to these factors, and now today there are many companies that help us do this regularly. And what's become clear is that the number one reason somebody stays at an organization, or more importantly leaves, is the relationship with their direct boss. This means we need to pay attention to that relationship. The real opportunity here is a state of being called wholeness in those relationships. It's a way that goes beyond either or thinking to both and. Wholeness means that we have the freedom to express in a way that is appropriate to whatever context we find ourselves in. Sometimes it's right to be direct about setting expectations and being clear about the results we want to produce. However, at the end of the day, it's the human being who gets the work done. We also want to ask, who is this person? What matters to them? What do I care about? What do they care about? Are we speaking even the same language? Tomato, tomato? Oh goodness, we're actually talking about potatoes. We want to have the patience, curiosity, and respect for each person. We want to respect beyond their skills to produce a result, and notice what the quality of relationships is that we build together. We tried to go in the door of emotional intelligence, thinking this was the missing piece for leaders. Maybe they just didn't know how to understand that somebody is having an emotional experience and need the leader to be more sensitive. Maybe the leader doesn't have the vocabulary for it. Any of this isn't enough because it's just the skills piece. Wholeness is a mindset about being at choice. That's part of the definition of sovereignty, that we exercise our choice of the relationship we want to the conditions of our lives. When we mutually trust each other to make choices that have integrity with our value system, now we have agility. We know how to do this thing that seems so elusive in all organizations, to have people operate from their wholeness, tapping into the transactional, acumen, knowledge, skills, and abilities at the same time that they're tapping into emotional well-being, the value system, the belief system, and a sense of purpose. This is allowing us to tap into potential, and we're no longer subject to doing it for somebody else. We are doing it because we know this recognizes our full competence, and it gives us autonomy to operate. When those two are present, we know, I belong here. I'm not in emotional or economic insecurity about what's going on. So the wholeness piece is the place to begin. And then the question is, how do we develop people to exercise that wholeness?